Matt Judon. It's Gresh and Andy Harden for Keith. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
We are doing, well, I think the only guy doing better than us is you. Not one, not two, but 3 sacks. Holy cow, what a day you had yesterday. What does that feel like in the moment when you know you are just whipping every ass put in front of you?
Honestly, you don't really do the moments, man. And I think that's the thing about football. It's always a whole picture. But when you get to step back and you look at the stat sheet and you just look how you play and you reminisce and you talk to people, you're just blessed and you just realize what you're doing afterwards. And so, but in a moment, you just kind of just keep like next series, next play, next drive. And there's always that next mentality. But after the game, you get to relax and you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Do you take any pride in being – I know you're doing your job. You're a pass rusher. But do you take any pride in maybe being a tone setter? This isn't the first game this year where you've been kind of shot out of a cannon, early drives, getting after the quarterback. And then even – with your celebrations, that brings a certain energy to the stadium, to your teammates, to the entire football game. Do you take some pride in maybe setting the tone early?
I mean, I don't, but as you're saying it, like sometimes, you got to have somebody that wear that hard hat to go in and do that work. And so if that's me, I'm fine with it. And so when I do get going earlier, or the team do get some negative plays earlier, and we get to celebrate, it's just easier just knowing, okay, like it settles us in, it calms everybody's nerves, and then we can play the game.
Matt, do you you get sack number 1, right? And then is it, hey, I'm going to hit this guy with the same move until he can stop it? Or do you start to, when you get one early, do you start to, the catalog of pass rush moves, do you start to be like, well, here's how I'm going to get this guy the second time and then maybe the third time? Or was it just as simple as you had a guy across from you that it didn't matter what you did, you knew you were going to win that battle? I'm curious from a true pass rusher standpoint, sort of how you get to the point of having 3 sacks and a couple of quarterback hits in a game.
Whatever's working. Like as a defender, we go off offense all the time, and whatever's working and whatever you can hit them with, and whatever move that you can do that'll get you free and get you past that offensive guy. That's what you got to use. And so I don't never really go like really deep or crazy into the bag, because usually on those, you don't really get sacks. Like, it'd be a nice QB hit or a nice QB pressure, and it'd be a nice move to put on the highlight tape. But when you go deep into the bag, you usually don't be getting there unless the quarterback holds the ball. But yesterday, we was able to get to the quarterback, honestly, because our DBs was just covering so well. Our DBs were all over the field, and we just played nice complimentary football on the defensive end. And the DBs held up, our coverage held up, and our front was able to go to work.
Your front was able to go to work, got 9 sacks as a group. You got 3. Josh Uche got 3. And did I hear you correctly yesterday? Do you believe Josh Uche is the best pass rusher on this team?
Yeah, I mean, I always give him credit. I believe Anthony Jennings, he has some really nice pass rush moves. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see him, but Perk has some really good pass rush moves. Wise, he has a catalog of pass rush moves. Wise is a great pass rusher, but I think just a combination of what Uche can do with his hands, his quickness, and also his power. People really don't think that he's a power rusher, but he's more of a power rusher than any of us besides Wise, I think. But I think just what he has, I think he all around probably the best pass rusher we have.
0 for 14 on third down were the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, the 0 for. That feels like the holy grail for defenses on third down stops.
It is, and shoot, I didn't know until after the game. You know, obviously it picked up some first downs. So I guess that was on first and second down, but you know, that's good for our third down defense, man. We needed it, we got it, and we just got to continue to play like that on third downs and go out there and get stops and just force them to punt. I think Marcus Jones is looking explosive in the punt return game. And we got some stuff dialed up to get a block. And so we just got to keep that edge and keep that energy and keep that focus on third down to force teams to punt us back the ball.
I know you guys are probably frothing at the mouth to get to the quarterback, and as we said, you got there 9 times yesterday. Have you ever felt sorry for an opposing quarterback, and is there any chance yesterday was one of those times when you guys were getting after Sam Ehlinger in just his second NFL start?
Oh, no. You know, quarterbacks get paid the most in the league. They got to handle the most pressure. They got to handle the most interviews. They got to handle the most, you know, kind of everything. Responsibility. You talk about a record or like you usually get that to a quarterback, right? And so they got the most responsibility, and I really don't feel sorry for them. You know, we all could have played quarterback, but I chose to be a defender, and so it's just my job to do that. And they got to protect their quarterback. We got to protect ours.
So you're saying you could have been a quarterback back in the day? When did you get away from that?
No. I'm saying, you know, I could have signed up to play quarterback. I'm not saying I would have been a good quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Right? But I did the smart thing, and I chose defense. And so, you know, Sam, Mac, Zappy, all the quarterbacks in the NFL or college, maybe even high school, are way better quarterbacks than me.
Matthew Judon with Gresh and Hart, who is in for Keefe. Matthew joins us on the Harbor One hotline. You seem to see the NFL world and your team from a 30,000-foot view. How has your defense improved from week 1 to here in week 9, in your opinion?
I think we're just gelling. I think communication is happening more seamlessly and easier, and I think we getting back healthy. Week 1 we came out healthy, and you know how it always goes. You start having some injuries, minors, people get banged up, and now we're just getting back healthy, and we're able to play, like I said, complementary football where the DBs are working with the pass rush working with the linebackers, and we talking and we communicating fast, and then we get to play fast. And in week 1, you know, after the preseason, after you try to get that and you try to replicate that, but you never have as many game reps, and you never in, like, how we call it, the live bullet, right? It's always test runs and practice runs. But then when you get to the live stuff, it's you know, it's different. And so now we had so many games under our belts, and now we just have to continue to communicate and talk and play like that.
Usually when we talk about finger pointing within a team, it has a negative connotation, but you guys as a defense seem to point fingers a lot in a positive way. When I asked Devin McCourty why he has 2 interceptions, he says, well, the pass rush was awesome. When we ask you why you guys had 9 sacks, you go, wow, the coverage was awesome. The cohesion, the vibe, the energy of this defense seems from afar like it's very positive. Is that accurate?
Yeah, you don't ever want to I say like palms up BS. You don't want to do that, man. Like regardless of what year that guy is in or where that guy is, you don't want to come back and then get on somebody on the sideline. Like, they be knowing, and we're going to go over film, and we're going to see it, and we all going to talk about it. But when a good play happens, that's when you go up to that guy and you pat him on the back. Like, this is a tough job. Like, it's you know, we're in no life or death situation shout out to all the troops. We had a salute to service. We are no life or death situation, but this is like one of the hardest jobs to have, right? And the guy across from you could be a first rounder. He could be somebody free agent just trying to find his foot in the league, or he can be one of the highest paid guys in the league, right? And so when you come in here, you don't want to get down on nobody because somebody else made a play on them. You want to encourage that guy, and you want to get that guy like support and physically, mentally, and emotionally, and then that's how you get guys playing together, like you said, cohesion. But when you get the finger pointing and talking about, hey, like, you got to step up, you got to do this, you got to, instead of like, we need to, or guys, like, this is how we're going to stop, and that's how you do that. But so, like, when somebody having a good game, you slap them on the back, give them all this praise, and when somebody having a bad game, you do the same thing. You give them praises, you compliment them, you be like, hey, it's us. We got to fix this. This is what we have to do. You don't just single nobody out. I think that's like one of the weakest things you can do as an athlete and a professional.
That's a great answer.
Yep.
And it leads me to talking about you for a moment because, Matthew, when we talked to you at the beginning of the year, you talked to us about wanting to finish the season. And we know at the end of last year, it got a little wonky for a couple of different reasons that you kind of talked to with us. But you said in the offseason, I want to finish the year strong. You're halfway to that goal. Are you happy, A, with the way you've played? And how are you feeling physically? Do you feel like all that work that you put in is going to get you to the finish line the way you want to finish this year?
Oh, well, first, I think I got to give, like, more praises to the people I'm working with. CC down at my little Pilates shop, and then Mitt and people in the training room and our staff here. I think I have put more of a burden on them to, like, make me better. And so they're doing it. They're doing their job, and they reacting properly, and we're communicating a lot more. So I think it's more people that I gave the burden to make sure I'm healthy, and then I'm actually, like, making sure I'm stretching and making sure I'm doing, like, the little things that, just add up, like 30 minutes of stretching every day just adds up, and some of your bones or some of your joints and some of your muscles just feel looser, and for you to do the tasks that you have to do every day. And so right now, the stats are what they are. I can't change that, and whatever I've done, I can't change. There's some plays out there I want back. There's some plays out there I'm happy about, but you know how the NFL go. I never get those plays back. I never get those days back. And so right now, I just got to focus on going forward and continue to doing what I'm doing in the season, and continue to like just chase the end of the season. Just make sure from game 1 to game 17 or week 1 to week 17 that I have no letdown and I look the exact same. And that's going to be something that y'all talk about, but I'm just going to try to make sure I do as much as I can to just be that guy and be that player for the team.
So 20 sacks, here we come.
That's what my team needs. That's what my team needs. You want me to take that into them? All right. No problem. Yeah, if that's what I need to do, that's what I'm going to have to do.
By the way, I thought it was pretty funny. You got to hear Bill Belichick in all his glory in a press conference yesterday with a Bill Belichick 10-minute answer, and you let Coach hear about it too, which you're actually doing the Lord's work for some of the media folks. So on behalf of the media, we'd like to thank you for that.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, they asked him a simple question. Bill got to talking about all the returners. I think he mentioned Devin Hester in there. I was like, man, Coach, Come on, man. We trying to get up out of here.
Well,
Welcome to our world.
I was just going to say, Matt, this morning on the Greg Hill Show, when Bill joined them, they asked him a question about Lawrence Taylor, and 4 minutes and 31 seconds later, the answer was over with. So, I'm sure you've been in some film sessions where you're like, damn, how long is this going on?
I mean, he answers the question thoroughly. He
That's true.
He makes sure, he makes sure you know exactly what he's talking about because he don't talk about it. And so, he's a great coach for so many reasons, but he's also like just a football peers and a football buff. And so I'm just glad that he's my coach and that we can joke around like that.
Well, everybody is happy that you're a part of the New England Patriots. Hell of a hot start. Enjoy the downtime and the bye week. Keep stretching, and we'll talk to you soon, Matt Judon. Thank you. Great stuff today.
I will. Thank you, guys.